Hey there, this is Sebastian from Lunar Sound Sculptures and welcome back to another video, Handpan Skills Explained. Today I will show you the Oneira Lunar Sound model, and before we start I will give you a short structure for the video. So as always I will start with a short impression of the scale. I will play a little bit with the different intervals and the different accords. After this I would like to explain a little bit about the mythology of the name, the origin of the name that I choose for this handpan scale. Then we will dive into the music theory behind this scale, behind this mode, which is the Lydian mode. And after this I will try to give a short conclusion about this scale overall. So, and I put the timestamps down below in the video description. So if you're not interested in one of the topics, you can just jump into the part that is interesting for you. So let's get started. First, I would like to show you some impressions of this handpan scale. I think this is enough for an impression of how the scale sounds. So let's get to the next topic, the mythology behind the name. Now, I named this scale Oneira for various reasons. The name Oneira is not an actual name that you will find for a goddess, but Oneira derives from oneiros, the sleep. So this handpan mode, or this handpan scale, for me personally, has a very dreamlike sleepy quality. I feel it very calm, very soothing, and kind of between the worlds, not so much centered or focused on the plain physical reality, the everyday reality. So Oneira has also a connection from the etymology to the narrates, which are basically nymphs in the Greek mythology. And the narrates, there was one of the narrators of the nymphs that was a wife of Hypnos. And Hypnos again is the god of sleep, of the small brother of death, how they call it in Greek mythology. So his wife, Pasithea, was a narrate, was a nymph. So I choose the name Oneira, which is closely related to narratus, Oneira, narratus, but with the link to the dream reality. So this is the origin of the name, Oneira. Now let's dive a little bit into the music theory behind this beautiful handpan scale. So what do we have here? Well, spoken in music theory, we have the so-called Lydian mode, which is kind of interesting. The link to the name again, because it has this C-like quality. So Lydian mode. Lydian mode means, if we start from the ding, of course we have the tonic of the scale. In this case, it's a D. Now, let's get into the scale. We have the D, we have an A, we have a B. Now, we have a D flat, which is interesting. We have the D, which is the octave again. We have the E, E4. I get into the intervals soon. We have a G flat. We have an A flat. And we have an A, which is the octave and the fifth of the central note. So we have the A 3 times in this scale. We have it as the fifth of the octave note. We have it as this octave, and we have it here, the A3. As all other handpan, lunar handpan scales, recent lunar handpan scales from 2021 on, all lunar handpan scales are full range scales. So there have been some changes in some scales, some lunar handpan scales in the past, and from 2021 there will only be full range lunar handpan scales, which means there's no interval missing. So from the point of music theory, let's look at the intervals that we have here. So we have the tonic, which is the D3, the central root of the scale of the note. And we have the fifth here, which is the A. And you know it's the fifth because the A occurs in the fifth of the central note. So we have the D, we have the fifth. We have a major sixth, which is a major interval step. And now we have something interesting. We have a major seventh. And the major seventh usually is associated with harmonic minor scales, which give those typical Arabic flavor. But here we also have a major seventh, and it has a different quality here. So I will come to this later. Major seventh, we have the 8, the octave, the D4, sorry. We have a major second, we have a major third, and now we have something different, which is the oh sorry, I like the word in English. It's the major fourth, but not the perfect fourth, but erhöhte Quarte, you say in Germany. So it's not the perfect fourth, it's the major fourth. It's a half tone step over the fourth. And we have the fifth. Now this is a very interesting interval because for example in the medieval times the major fourth at a certain period of time was forbidden by the Catholic Church to be played with because it was called the devil's interval. It was perceived as such a disharmonic interval that the church or the authorities thought this could only come from the devil. So it was forbidden to play with this interval. But as you see, it's well, if it comes from the devil, he made a great gift, because it's a beautiful interval and you can integrate it very nicely in this kind of scale. So again, to summarize it up, we have the tonic, we have the fifth, we have a major sixth, we have a major seventh, we have the octave, we have a major second, major third, major fourth, and the perfect fifth. So this is if you play this instrument from the ding. As I explained in other videos, I put some links into the video for further information. As I always explain, you can play handpans in mostly two different modes, which is ding-centric for a more percussive playing style, or you can focus your playing on the chorus around the ding and give the tonic center on the first note of the chorus. If you play the handpan ding-centric, then you have what I explained right now from the intervals. If you play the instrument not ding-centric, as I often do, as I often don't, because I'm not a very percussive player, so I like to play the handpan mostly on the chorus. If you focus on the chorus, you have not the Lydian mode, you have a different mode, which is called the Ionian. Now Ionian is a pure major mode. As you noticed, we have only major intervals, major accords in the Lydian mode, but we have one thing that is different from the Ionian mode, and this is the major fourth. In the Ionian mode, however, we have a perfect fourth. Now if we start playing the handpan in the chorus, we have the central note here, which is the tonic, the A. We have a major second, we have a major third, and now we have a perfect fourth. The D3 or the D4 in the octave is the perfect fourth to the A3, to the tonic. You can hear this, oh no, sorry, you can't, it's the fifth. So The D3 is the perfect fourth to the 8, to the A. Aye. So perfect fourth, and the fifth, which is the A, the E. That is what I wanted to show you. So you have the A3 here, and you have the fifth of the A3 occurring in the note itself, and this is the A, the E. Sorry for my English, but you can hear these two are the same notes. So, again, starting from the beginning. We have the tonic, we have a major second, we have a major third, we have a perfect fourth, we have a perfect fifth, we have a major sixth here, and now we have also a major seventh, and we have the octave. So we have a half tone step here between those two. Which is Ionian mode, a pure major mode. So let's get to a conclusion. The Oneira is, for me personally, the most dreamlike handpan scale. It creates a soundscape that is somehow surreal, and it always reminds me of when I have two kids. When I have read them the books of Lukas the Lokomotivführer and Jim Knopf, there is a scene where they are diving with the train. They are diving below the sea, and they are driving on the ground of the sea. And there are all kinds of fishes and different colors and sea grass and plants, and it's not in the film, in the video, but in the book. When I read it, there are very strong images that pop up in my head of this different world below the sea level, and I feel always reminded of this when I play this handpan scale. Something underwater, or maybe something dreamlike, not so much grounded. So for me personally, that's the character of this handpan scale. That is the naming, why I have the naming for. From the point of music theory, it's a rather interesting scale, because of those two notes here. So those two notes are definitely the most important notes, but those are the notes that give the character to the scale. So, whom is this handpan scale for? Well, everyone who likes it. if you're a beginner handpan player and you want something meditative, something that relaxes you, something that eases you and calms you down, I think the Oneira is a great scale for this. It's probably not the most the most vibrant scale in terms of a fiery, activating, a passionate power scale. I think those are more in the, for me personally, are more in the Arabic music, so in the harmonic minor modes, which also have the raised seventh, but not the raised fourth, or mostly not the raised fourth. So yeah, I think this is a very calm and tranquil scale. And with that said, I hope I could give you a short impression, give you some explanations about the scale, the background of it, and yeah, I wish you all the best. Have a nice time. Stay tuned.